Hi, my name is Kenny Pulido, and today I'll be talking about decantation. What is decanting? Decanting is a separation technique that helps remove the liquids from a heterogeneous solid or an aqueous mixture. Decanting means you are pouring off the less dense liquid of your solution or the liquid from which the precipitate or sediment has settled out. It is important to highlight that if you are not interested in quantifying the solid phase of your solution and you are only wanting to remove the liquid, then decanting is the appropriate thing to do. If you are interested in quantifying the solid, then filtering will be the best thing to do. Make sure you know the difference between decantation and filtering. In a laboratory, small volumes of mixtures are decanted in test tubes, just like the photo below on your right. If time is not a concern, then the test tube is kept at a 45-degree angle in a test tube rack. This allows the heavier particles to slide down the side of the test tube while allowing the lighter liquid a path to rise to the top. If the test tube is held vertically, as you can see, the heavier mixture component could block the test tube and not allow the lighter liquid to pass as it rises. Now, the photo on your left, there's a cup with a mixture of water and dirt. And as you can see, the particles are slowly settling down to the bottom of the cup to prepare your solution for decantation. Now, the photo in the middle illustrates the final state before you are ready for decanting the liquid from your beaker, leaving the sediment, which refers to the matter that settles to the bottom of the liquid solution, in this case the mud, to be left behind. Centrifuge. Centrifuge is a machine with a rapidly rotating container that applies centrifugal force to its contents, typically used to separate fluids by different densities. Now, as I mentioned before, if time is not a concern, then a test tube can be kept at a 45-degree angle on a test tube rack. Now, if time is an issue, then this is an easier and faster way to prepare your solution, your aqueous solution, for decantation. As you can see, the photo on the left shows how blood was separated into its different densities, which includes red blood cells, white blood cells, and plasma. How to decant a solution. Now, this is the final step for decantation. As you can see, I placed 3 different examples on how you can do it. Starting with the illustration on the left, you can see that you have your aqueous solution with the sediment at the bottom of the beaker and is being poured into a brand new beaker using a glass rod to help decantation. The glass rod will help water to be guided in a smoother manner to prevent any of that sediment from mixing into your liquid. Another way you can do it is the photograph on the right, which shows you how you can also place the glass rod on top of the beaker to help guide the water. Now, the third and final way is pouring directly from beaker to beaker. Now, when you do this, make sure you tilt your brand new beaker at an angle to prevent any of that undissolved solid from mixing and allowing the water to flow in a smoother manner. As you can see, decantation is pretty simple and you can use to decant many solutions. Here's a few examples of mixtures that can be decanted: oil and water, gasoline and water, dirt and water, wine, cream and milk, blood and plasma. Now, as you can see from the illustrations, water and oil is a good example. I would say a clear example. Oil floats to the top of the water, and decanting the mixture allows the oil to be poured off the water. Now, another example will be wine. The sediment from the fermentation process can produce undesirable taste. Therefore, wine is decanted to separate the wine from those sediments. Another important example will be gasoline and water. Now, this mixture is an example often cited as a safety hazard. Decanting a mixture containing flammable solvents can be dangerous, as the flammable materials can evaporate and form dangerous fumes. So make sure you take all the safety precautions needed based on your solutions. In conclusion, I hope this information was helpful to understand decantation and all the steps and materials used to prepare your solutions.